If Christmas and Easter are commercialized and we still celebrate them, does that mean Halloween gets a pass too? Look, we know Christmas has Santa, Easter has bunnies, and even our weekdays are named after Roman deities, yet we still roll with it. So here's the million-dollar question. Is Halloween just another harmless holiday our kids should enjoy, or is it something darker? What would make a parent stop celebrating Halloween forever? For one family, that turning point came in the 1980s. As a kid, Halloween was all about costumes, candy, and late-night adventures. But one year, tragedy struck. 3 little girls went trick-or-treating. Only one came home. The others were brutally murdered. For one family, that night changed everything. They said that they asked themselves, why would we keep participating in a holiday that glorifies death while kids are the main targets? Is Halloween really just costumes and candy, or does it trace back to something more sinister? The roots of Halloween go back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, a night when people believed the veil between the living and the dead was paper thin. Centuries later, the church tried to Christianize it with All Saints' Day. Fast forward, and Samhain sacrifices turned into candy, costumes, and haunted houses. But the DNA of Halloween, death, darkness, and spirits never went away. Does the Bible give Christians a green light or a big red stop sign on Halloween? Halloween isn't in the Bible, but the principles are there. God warned Israel not to copy pagan customs. Leviticus 18, Deuteronomy 12. Paul warned believers not to mix light with darkness. 1 Corinthians 10 and Galatians chapter 4. The bottom line, God doesn't want his people blending faith with practices rooted in idolatry or the occult. Is Halloween just dress up, or does it actually open doors to the occult? For Wiccans and practicing witches, October 31st is prime time, the night when the barrier between worlds is weakest. And while most families are just out for candy, the imagery, rituals, and symbolism tied to Halloween still glorify death and the supernatural. For Christians, that's not just pretend. It's a spiritual reality we can't ignore. If my kids just dress as superheroes and grab candy, am I sinning? Not automatically. The Bible doesn't mention Halloween by name, but it does call us to glorify God in whatever we do, 1 Corinthians 10:31. That means thinking hard about the message we send. Does my costume, my celebration, my choices reflect Christ or something else? What if your family sees Halloween differently than you do? For one family, the decision was shaped by trauma, but eventually your children will marry into other families. And just maybe they'll marry into a family that loves creative, kid-friendly costumes. Or maybe they'll dress their house to look a church building. The larger point is, conscience matters. C.S. Lewis said it best, conscience points us to a higher lawgiver. How can Christians shine even on Halloween? There are many families out there that don't celebrate Halloween, I get it. But what if you were to pass out scriptures, blessings, kindness, and prayers to every kid who comes to your door? And that would be a tangible way to meet the real challenge of standing out as a Christian family. Wouldn't that be a wonderful way to allow your child to be involved, but in a different kind of way? So let us not just debate Halloween, let us decide how we can be a light in the darkness. Okay, so if you enjoy videos that addresses topics germane to biblical teaching, check out my channel at Let Us Break Bread Together. We out.